Hi, it's Brett Gurney. Uh, so today, blog post supporting video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And what I do is I read a post that I wrote. In this case, the post that I'm going to talk about today, I wrote in the year 2014, August 28th. And there's several reasons why I do this. I mean, if somebody can get something out of it, that's great. But a lot of times I'll get to rambling and they're too long. They'll go to 10 or to 15 minutes long, and I just don't know that many people that are going to sit through that. I'm simply reading a post that I wrote a long time ago, regardless of whether I think that the content is cornerstone content or top-notch content or not. Um, but I do it because I will have it I will have the video that I can chop up, cut up, condense, and hopefully grab the good points and make a halfway decent, shorter training video out of it that I can post maybe on Facebook or social media. I can do another blog post about it. Okay, I can put it on my YouTube channel. And the other reason that I do it is because somebody told me to. Okay, they said pump out the content, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. And so I mean, if somebody gets something out of it, that's great. But anyways, like I say, there's several reasons why I do these. And anyways, let me get started. So the blog post today, storytelling sells. Use storytelling to get your message. By the way, I read the post, expand on it, but they are posts that I wrote. Okay, it's not like I'm reading somebody else's content. I don't believe in doing that. Okay, I wrote the post, um, and then I just read it. And like I said, expand on it. So storytelling sells. Are you having trouble recruiting new people into your organization? Well, I don't know too many people that are always absolutely content with the number of people that they're recruiting into their organization, whether it's 0 or 100. Everybody wants to be able to recruit more people into their organization. So do you feel like you're working harder and harder, but getting nowhere fast? Are you pitching first and asking questions later? Um, yeah, there's a lot to be said about that, but let me just continue here for a minute. In this post, we're going to talk about a shift in the way you do things that might turn it around for you. I'm sure you've heard some chatter about relationship building, but maybe you feel like, how am I going to build my business if I don't tell people about it? Well, the good news is that you can tell people about your business and about yourself and a lot of other aspects of relationship building simply by telling stories. It's non-invasive, non-salesy, non-spammy. The fact is that stories sell. I've been saying this for a long, long time. It's a great way to communicate with people without coming across as a pitch fest, and it's stuff that people like to hear. Stories touch and they teach. And I've always said, show me a good story, and I can use it to build a team or an organization. And that's one of the things that I always look for if I happen to be looking to get involved with another company. You know, what's the story? Where's the story? Show me the story. And if there is a good story, then I have something that I can base my marketing campaigns around. Okay, so it goes through some points of storytelling and how they can be used to recruit people into your business. Here are 6 different kinds of stories you can tell, as well as some great tips for storytelling. Number 1, stories about how you got started. Okay, you probably already have an about page, but you can also get into more specifics. Anything that comes to mind, the challenges that you've had, fortunate things that you've had that have had happen to you, unfortunate things, coincidences, how your hard work, has paid off and stuff like that. You get the idea. Or you can story tell about life experiences that relate and that led you to engage in that particular business. Okay, so number one was stories about how you got started. Tell your story. Everyone has one. Okay, so stories about how you work. If you lead or consult, storytell about experiences that have a direct connection with your work. Okay, use examples of how your leadership and consulting have helped others progress in their business or life. Talk about the trainings you do and how it has positively affected others around you. Okay, so you're basically just relating to people how you're doing things, what's worked for you. Okay, the third one is stories that teach. I've talked about this a lot, and it's a kind of content marketing that has a lot of great appeal with people. Um, Giving them something that they can benefit, something that they can learn from, something that can help them in some kind of way. And of course, teaching people something will always do that. Okay, so let's see here. Let's expand on that a little bit. Some of the best stories are ones that include a lesson. Positive stories are always good for sure, but don't be afraid to also tell the stories of struggle that ended well. Okay, those are more real to many people. Lessons learned let people know that it's okay not to be perfect or an expert. And you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to get in there and get your grind on. Grind it out, and you're going to struggle. And that's one of the things that you can talk about is your struggles. Okay, because when you're doing that, you're teaching somebody something. Okay, what you struggled with, how you overcame it, how they can do the same thing. Okay. Let's see. There are others who struggled and figured it out, and they can learn from those who went before them. I just said that. Admitting to mistakes, but how you resolve those mistakes not only educates, but also shows that you're human too. Okay. The next one. Stories that communicate vision. Okay, this is kind of a motivational thing. Expressing your passions and your reasons why you do what you do are important. And storytelling is a great way to do that. What led you to choose the field or the company that you're in? What are you passionate about? What do you care about? What pushes your buttons? Okay, what gets you going? What makes you want to get up in the morning and go to work and build your business? Okay, what does that for you? Talk about it. Tell a story about it. Let people know you like to share your vision in the hopes others will catch it as well, and show your excitement. Okay, I think this is number 5, stories that demonstrate values. What's this all about? Tell stories that exemplify your commitment to integrity, and why people would want to work with or partner with you. Okay, so you're basically letting people know that you'd be a good person to work with, right? I mean, you value the integrity of the industry, you value the integrity of the relationship, the integrity of the way that you do things. Share that with people, okay? And it will help them to get to know you better and to, want to work with you. Okay, so let's see. I like to express that this isn't a game or a hobby for me. It's how I make my living. But at the same time, I don't compromise my values. That's a pretty darn good point. Um, and I do express that a lot to people when I'm talking to them about the possibility of joining me in business. Okay, and then finally, stories that overcome obstacles. Yeah, this is a big one. Um, I love stories about the underdog wins. Beating the odds, overcoming struggles. Okay, just making something happen, maybe out of nothing. Everyone wants to hear stories about overcoming obstacles and fear. Why? Because everyone has them and they want to know that they can do it too. Okay, I know it gets me going when I hear other people's stories about overcoming odds, and coming out the winner, You know, everybody likes that stuff. That gets you motivated. Let's see here. When you give examples of your climb, okay, including the rough spots and the dips and the valleys, and the hope and inspirations that that allowed you to, you know, to keep going, to not give up. Tell stories about it. How you overcame and what encouraged you to press on. Let others know there's nothing they can't do if they start their mind to it. And finally, keep it real. You don't need to hype. Storytelling is great. You can, and there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. You can do it with video. You can do it with blog posts. You can do it with Facebook posts. You can do it over the phone. You can do it in person. Um, Keep it real. This is what people want to hear. No hype, no fakeness. Be genuine. Be yourself. Tell your story. No one else but yours. That's what people want to hear. People know if you're fake, being fake. They know if you're telling someone else's story. They know if you're making stuff up. Okay, they know if you're being genuine, um, and they want to see the raw, uncut version of you and your story and your struggles and how you overcame and how you might be able to help that person. So yeah, storytelling is a very great way of communicating, of prospecting, of getting people, drawing them within your circle where they might want to follow you or maybe even work with you. And I've said this a lot, and there has been times where I've joined a company in the early stages before there was um, even a website. In fact, the company I'm with now, when I joined the company that I'm with now, Galen, um, when I started, they hadn't opened yet. But I like to leverage the timing, of course, but I have to have a story to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I joined Galen, because of the story. Okay, when I heard the story, I knew that it was something I could relate to people. All I needed was a video of the person that made it happen, that brought the product to market, how he discovered it, what he went through. It's a great story. And the CEO also has a great story of how they brought this company together. And so I just went about sharing a video and telling this story without a website or anything, and people, bought into it for good reason. There's a lot to buy into. It's a good thing. Okay, so thanks for watching my video. Like I said, they're long. They go on, and then what I do is this is content marketing. Okay, I will take this video, I'll post it on YouTube, which probably if you're watching it now, I guess it would be on YouTube, because I won't upload it the way it is to Facebook. It's too long. But then I will pop it into my video editor and start doctoring it up a little bit, dress it up, make it pretty, and take out all the ums and the ahs, and try to put together something that is really to the point, condense it, make a good little training video out of it. And although some people like I said, some people like the raw stuff, the stuff where I struggle and stammer and stumble all over myself, which is something that I tend to do when I'm talking, and I guess other people do too, so it's all good. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Brett Gurney. Check out my blog, brettgurney.com. And if you are looking for a good network marketing company, that, like I mentioned, Galen, which is my primary business, go to hightech-health.com. Thanks, and have a great one. Bye.